Hey guys, it's your boy Tofuru, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. And where we last left off, we were basically doing the day-to-day grind until this moment here, where we found Chihiro brutally massacred in the girls' locker room. I know I might sound a little bit under the weather, or lower than normal, or, less as enthusiastic and more monotoned. My throat has been feeling like crap these past couple days, so I would rather rest it during this episode. Maybe I'll try to do some voices. I might not, just because I'd rather rest my voice and spend all the energy I have on the court case or the trial, which will probably be the next episode that comes out this week. But yeah, if this episode ends up being more relaxed, more monotone, where I'm just reading it to read it, yeah, I think that'll be enough. Cause I don't know if it's gonna put a lot of damper on my voice already, or in general, just to talk for as long as we will. But anyway, guys, I hope you're having a good week so far, and let's jump right back into this game. We have to figure out what the fuck happened here. Obviously, it's connected to the serial killer, so let's get cooking. So, first of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see what exactly is going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. Time of death was estimated to be around 2 a.m. So I was right. It was literally right after that gym thing. Well, not literally, but sometime after that. So why was she out of her bed at 2 a.m.? The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head. With a blunt object, she was killed instantly. Really? Is there anything else? That's all it says. So that weight is what killed her, obviously. You can tell by the splatter, and I'm guessing, I feel like it was an upward swing because there's blood splatter directly behind her, in her top right, and I would assume as an after effect, because the thing is, if you slam down, it could do the same thing, but I just think you had to swing up to get that fucking splatter on the poster. I mean, it might be inconsequential, just like a system, like a thing that happened as a result of the killing blow. But I'm pretty sure if we look at splat, I'm not like a freaking forensic scientist here, guys. But I'm just saying that, if you swing with your left hand, you might have a higher chance of splattering towards the right, especially to your back right. Versus, to your left, where obviously she wrote, and that's clean written, so it's probably the blood she took from her, or the weight to write that on the wall, whoever did it. So, that's what I'm guessing after this current juncture, and that's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so that's the Monokuma file. Let's add to my truth bullets. Well, whew. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you say you needed something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, so what'd you need, bro? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. What, I'm gonna be you're gonna be Sherlock Holmes in it? I'm gonna be your fucking, Watson? I'm nobody's Watson, alright? Okay, maybe Yoko's Watson, but not your Watson, okay? Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No,
Stop talking.
You seem to have limited use, which is why I've chosen you. What? You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Sure, let's get started, man. Now then, shall we get started? Okay, yep, I'm gonna try to do this as best as I can, guys. But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. But shouldn't we check this area first? I don't really know what just happened. But it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Alright, well, first things first, check the blood weapon. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does it mean that this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, it's got the most blood on it. It's on Yeah, I don't imagine it could be been anything else. Glad we're on the same page on this one. Yeah, no, or the blow came from the top right down. Like, if you see like the target reticule, it probably came this way across her face. But the thing is, for that to happen, there'd be blood here and not there. So maybe they went like that, because that would lead to a splatter there and a splatter there. Obviously, yeah, I can see the poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Oh wow, it's just inconsequential. It doesn't even like they're not looking at the fact that whoever did it was a lefty. Or a righty. I mean, basing off the way they did it, they lifted it over their heads and swung down. But I mean that could be it. Actually, she could be a righty or she could be a lefty. I mean, no, she'd be a righty. I think to get that nice swing on it. Maybe a left. Ah, man, it's hard. I can't tell from here. There's not enough clues. Anyway, there's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been from the splatter with blood during the murder. Alright, well, let's go check the body, of course. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look at it, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but...
What?
But you are still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Au contraire, Byakuya. Alright, so it seems like there's not much else to, at least in this room. I guess anything else we'd probably have to talk to. Oh, Kyoko. Kyoko! Please tell me you know anything about this. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know. Being able to touch a dead body is with absolutely no trouble. Ellipses. She seemed to be so concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Huh. She's probably focusing on where she's probably looking at the handedness. I use this locker room all the time. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. And now she just sounds more and more like Batman, so this is pretty glad I got this, I guess, this weaker voice today. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. No, she was tortured somewhere else and probably carried here. The way she's tied up, the way the blood's there, it looks like she was killed here. Or at least killed, like, the final blow was dealt here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be so hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really been exercising that late?
perhaps.
You know, myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She didn't want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned. Oh, she did want to exercise, but she didn't mention she'd do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come in here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been added. So at least now we know that she wasn't going during the day to work out. So she could be, for that reason, here. Mondo, do you know anything? Dude, I had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is get all I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember what she said. She said that more than once. Sure did. Which, I guess, explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Well, obviously it was what Byakuya kept saying to her all the time. No, I believe it is time for us to move on. Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. I mean, I would argue, but totally not. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. So this is our next location. Really? I guess because she had to go through here. Yeah. This is definitely related, Makoto. I figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Alright then, dick. Let's go looking into shit. Alright, is there anything specifically out of place here? Well, maybe we investigate the fucking thing, you know? If I remember right, this card handle is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Ho ho, you called for me? Yeah, no, I can't do Monokuma's voice. I am deeply sad. You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through all the doors unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the Gatling gun would initiate the Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, right?
Of course.
Yeah, well, yes, because we enacted that policy. But yeah, okay. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room and boys can go to the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in
So
there.
in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're so simple. I don't think I'm wrong, though. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. The only act of loaning is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Oh, so what? You're trying to say that you don't have to necessarily, you know, murder some... I guess you would borrow a book to murder someone? I guess, but then someone else would be an accomplice. Anyway, I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. Okay, so you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny appetizer instead of the main course I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone else, then that means someone would have had to loan... So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own. Figure out the rest your own damn self. All right, well, Monokuma, well, fuck you then. Okay.
That's fine.
Fuck you. Well, I know how you are unfortunately lacking in the mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. The card reader has been added to your truth bullet section of your handbooks. Alright. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Ellipses. Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Alright. Bunch of files. Basically, it's these over here then. It's the only thing of value. There's a mailbox here. Could it be there's something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But wait, why are they doing here? So you finally found them. Oh, did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the e-books of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Chihiro, Fuko, and Sayaka. Oh wow, wait. But wouldn't Chihiro count as a dead... Alright, Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. So someone could... You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Mizuno. So you're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. So you're saying, what, someone potentially took the book from here, used it to, in the form of the loophole to get inside to murder Chihiro? I feel like I'm starting to get it. Okay. Loaning your e-handbook out to another student is strictly prohibited. But only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. So basically the living students can't give their notebooks. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Alright.
What?
Hold on a second. What's
Very
wrong?
strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other e-handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that didn't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Yeah, he did. The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. Oh yeah, that was pretty fucked up. So I guess that would make sense, but... Why didn't Yunko's get broken when she got stabbed by everything? I mean, I feel like hers would break too.
Damn it!
Hey, hey!
Make
Hey,
me
hey, hey, hey!
Now I'm really angry!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
It's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any other handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. Maybe somebody was tampering with it. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken. Just because it won't turn on, like it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on, doesn't mean it's broken, Makoto. It could be potentially waiting for some input, or maybe a login or a boot up process. But all those facts just point to the fact that maybe someone else hacked this thing.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. What? Not quite. What? Hold on, there's still more to be waiting to be checked. What else could we possibly check? The turret? A surveillance camera, what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Anything wrong with this? A hunk of metal blocks. Blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. What do you know, man? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again, using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people. That's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us be the demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something else that will prove it. I can show you. Alright, what do you want to show me, dude? What do you mean? God damn it.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Oh wow, and I have a basis to believe that. I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. Alright, is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really exist right now? Ah, hey you two! Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone.
But
it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Alright, what's going down, Chihiro? Asahina. It's an emergency, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. What's up? Emergency, what happened?
well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Alright, Dick. I won't. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Okay. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Alright. Alright, this is the room, right? Let's go check it out. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. I guess. Asahina, what's up? I gotta talk to you now? God damn it.
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Well, fuck you, dude. I thought I'd ask you a question, dick. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, she came back. We came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She keeps saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Alright, Toko! My dear Toko! I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Oh my god, what's happening to her? Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
what?
Are you okay?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room.
Yeah, like, you look really bad.
Leave me alone.
What happened?
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Oh shit. Still trying to get in the room, Makoto. Uh-oh.
Won't allow it.
Why? What are you trying to hide?
Huh?
Yeah, what are you trying to hide?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What? What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. Wait. Wait. Whoa, wait. Time out. Time the fuck out. Are you saying her crazy side's Genocide Jack? One, that's fucking crazy. But two, I feel like that actually... Okay, so if her crazy side's Genocide Jack, and she freaked the fuck out, she might think she did it. And when she's in Genocide Jack form, she doesn't remember anything she does. But I also believe that someone set it up to make it look like her because they knew that Toko was Genocide Jack. That seems crazy. Yeah, she's been acting like that the whole time. Yeah, like when you rang a little while ago. Okay. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her alone in there, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I wouldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Well, Asahina, I have the perfect person. Byakuya, you got it, boy. It's your turn, boy. You're the only one. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean. Ellipses.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow. I guess you can be nice when you want to. Ellipses. Byakuya stood in front of a door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Oh shit. After a few moments.
What do you want?
Leave me alone! You're so annoying. Byakuya!
It's Byakuya.
Oh wow. I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. What? I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko just talking about? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her, okay?
Let's go.
Alright, sure, Byakuya. Where the fuck you want to go? Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! Fucking dick. I hurried to catch up. Being led by the nose, it's kinda crazy. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. Come on, let's go in. Alright. We have a lot to see in here. First things first, I would like to check this back. If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. What the fuck? Alright, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What is in all these things?
that's enough.
Those are documents. Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. Alright. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? And I'll just let it go then. I definitely don't want to die over whatever's in those documents. What else is in here? Alright, so we have multiple holes as well as a camera in our top right. Huh. There's even a surveillance camera here. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges on the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked up one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye, indeed, just like that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Okay. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Yeah, definitely not about that life. What? It's a desk lamp. I Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It was too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Alright. That didn't help me at all, but, I mean, it gives you one step closer. There's a ton of files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those files are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean, man? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. I guess that would also include Genocide Jack's, right? Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because this room, right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that, it's just that, you know, it's not like I totally refuse to believe in it, but, I mean, there's so much. How could anyone have put this together? You're talking about Monokuma, the creepiest guy who grabbed the ultimates in how many categories together? In one school? I don't think it's that hard when you think about it, you know, in a grand scale. You also don't know who Makoto or who Monokuma is working for, so they might even have more power. For all we know, we're playing a game for the council that controls everything. I don't know, man. Just seems really shady to begin with. God, my throat hurts so much. I'm gonna try to power through this for you guys, but my throat is killing me. I don't know what I've done. Maybe I'm just coming down with something, but right now my throat hurts a fuck ton. I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? I mean exactly that. Usually. Like, usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. I thought that was Makoto for a second. I didn't realize it was Byakuya still talking. But I guess, yeah, sure. I guess they don't exist. I mean, technically it's all your conceived notion of what's normal, right? Well, I'd assume. So if you think some things are normal, then you'll consider everything ordinary. And other things that are out of your ordinary would be out of your realm of understanding. Like, if you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. See, that's shady. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me The bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents or materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, the materials gathered here are the real deal. The real shit, man. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second, is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. But by all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. That's kind of cool, that was a rhyme. No one in the news, no one online, nobody knew that aspect of each crime. Maybe you know what, screw it, that sounds cool. Oh, it's probably because I matched line to crime. Anyway. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
the culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. Ugh.
in other words,
That's right. There's the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. Really is walking around among us. What the fuck? Wait, a fiendish killer really is walking around among us. Holy shit! I had to take a while to get that right. I apologize. Holy crapola.
interesting.
Things are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now then, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your hands and knees and beg, I might even show you myself. No. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. The murder cases of Genocide Jack. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. and reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on several pages. Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda, Shoji Gaku, Kano Issei, Takashi Yoshida, Komatsuna Tada, Takefumi Gano, Uchida Naohisa, Takashi Masamune, Yuto Umejima. There's no end to it. They're all men. One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. And at the scene of every crime, or every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? His face when he looks at the next page. Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it would suggest that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but even when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely that there is an external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Alright, so yeah, that makes sense. Two personalities exist in one person.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may have a split personality. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one's way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. The Genocide Jack case file has been added to your Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
let's go.
Whoa! Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. Fucking guy. He's just taking me everywhere. As usual, Byakuya left and turned without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we'll part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. And just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. And in the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I did uncover some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And that murderous fiend is one of us. Yes, but not the one that murdered the girl. Key point being that the Genocide Jack would use scissors. That's a very specific fact. That she would use scissors to stab her victims to hold them up. Not to say that, if they didn't have those, they'd use other obvious items to do it. But that's too specific. If every single murder is done with those scissors, it's almost something that she'd obviously have on her at all times, or on him at all times. The thing is, they did just say that, or when we talked to Toko, she said, I won't let him have control again. Obviously means that it's either her, or she's afraid that someone else is who she knows who it is. I think it's Toko. I think Toko is the one that has Genocide Jack's personality, but at the same time, I don't think that she did it, in this case. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere else I have to go to investigate one more time. Obviously, you have to go back to the crime scene. And the others might have quotes, and I might find useful while I'm at it. Find everything I can. Alright. Well, first things first, let's look at our book, see where people are. he's downstairs, obviously. He's in the main hall. So the dormitory, warehouse, and the dining hall have important facts we'll have to go to. And there's those two. Yeah, so pretty much, oh, and the gym. Oh, this is the second floor. So here's got important factoids as well. Alright. So basically our game plan should be to go to the pool, check out the boys' locker room, the girls' locker room, then come downstairs, talk to these two bums, and then go to our last two in the dining hall and the warehouse. Alright, let's do it. Let's get this started, knock it out of the park, you know? Gotta do things. Alright. Alright, Hifumi, what did you figure out? Ding, ding, ding. Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. What'd you find, man? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I
I'm
guarantee
sure
you
of
what I
it.
found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Lundenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile, too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to
would
tell me.
seem-
It's like when the girl bullies a boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? In the warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Alright, well. I'll step on him now. Just check out the boys' locker room. See if anything's in here. There's dirt. Strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the truth section of your handbook. Alright. That also changed. Huh? This poster. In a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Somebody switched the posters around. Alright, so somebody changed that up. We talked to Hifumi, who basically gave us a clue to go towards, go to Celeste, basically, was his game plan. It was to tell us to go there and check that out. But I could feel the life draining out of my body again. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. Oh, that's it? Wow, really? Alright, well, Kyoko, what did you find out? Because obviously you have some clues. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking?
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook's missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That is it. I will be praying for your success. And with that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That definitely won't. That's definitely worth worrying about. All right. So Chihiro's handbook has been added to the truth section of your handbook. All right. Kyoko says she'll re-examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Those hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't rope at all. It's the extension cord. The more I think about it, the more it's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to move it. That's right. There's an issue of her being suspended, and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much of either one. Yeah, they stabbed their victims. Why would they bludgeon them to death? After seeing them again, looking after through the Genocide Jack, but seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. Yeah, what does this all mean? It means that somebody did something weird. They obviously mimicked it enough to look like one, but it's not Genocide Jack. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I have to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Do you guys know anything different, actually, before I leave here? No. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Yep, so nothing changed. Okay. We got Sakura's account, we have Mondo's account. We already checked the body again. There's still more I need to check. What do I need to check? The fucking wound? The weapons? There's a bloodstain on a dumbbell on the floor. The Mondo Kumase was fairly... injury was caused by a blow to the head. I mean, yeah, but... What do you know?
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
Jesus Christ, this is different. To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What wretched beast to do such thing? I cannot forgive this. Yeah, she's angry. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most important, noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh wait, that reminds you, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boys band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could it be the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anybody have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. 2 locker rooms posted. Add to your truth bullet section of your handbook. I'm actually not sure who would know more. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. You have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Yeah, which is the stain in the other room. Alright. You, Kiyotaka.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. You're completely useless. And what about you, hero? Huh? What do you got?
Huh? Oh,
Hey, Makoto. What's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. What? There's a mailbox here and inside. Yunko, Sayaka, and Leon's handbooks. It looks like the handbooks of dead students are brought here in the mailbox now. Rule says loading, yeah. Yada yada yada, the loophole. I think the next place we can go to is here. Which now leads us to going into, I think, the dining hall and the... we got those 2 left. We've talked to both of them. We've gone upstairs. The archive and the library have clues still. Let me talk to these 2 and then I'll go back if I have to go back to the archive to hunt down the Genocide Jack file, but... I don't know where it could have gone. I mean, that obviously would help if I could review shit, but... I'll say Hina. Hina, how's Toku doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her there? My head was all swimming and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There are two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. It wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait. Maybe. Maybe she was just a guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. I always account. Well, at least you know that she avoided the other girls. Which, I mean, it's a weird thing to think about in the long term, but... I don't think there's anything else of value in here, but we'll check in the kitchen. Never hurts to leave no stone unturned, right? No, I want to tab it out. Anything in here? No, it doesn't look like anything's in here. Okay. So we got I always account. What time is it? I know it's pointless, but I can't stop looking at the clock. The time never stops flowing, but still here it feels like it's been left behind. Coin! Thanks! Needed that. Alright, well, let's leave this area. And I guess talk to Celeste in the warehouse. Alright, creepy goth girl, what do you got? No, this is all... Oh, wait. Wait, is that the protein right there? This is the fridge Sayaka mentioned. Oh, it's the fridge. Okay. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually...
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. Really?
Indeed.
This is right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, shit. Her gym bag.
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
That's how someone found out she was exercising out at night.
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
That's not good.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
Oh, crap, Chihiro.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Damn it. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of a jacket or a duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account is added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Shit, are you kidding me?
getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Fuck! We're out of time. I couldn't double check shit.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial!
Fantastic. I'm so excited, Monokuma. You don't even understand how excited I am.
You remember where to meet, right?
Yeah, I do.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Will do, Monokuma. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the... Fuck. I'm trying to wrap my head around these facts right now. Yep, begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Ellipses. Alright, guys, it's time for the class trial of Chapter 2. When we finally figure out what's going... It's so stupid to talk like that. Alrighty, guys, it's finally time. The big class trial of Chapter 2, where we find out who the fuck murdered Chihiro, and why... Oh no, there's so many mixed signals in this episode alone. Just the case. Byakuya leading us down another way. Toko freaking out. Celeste kind of giving a little hint at the end, which is kind of creepy to think about. And the fact that, you know, Chihiro was working out alone all this time. It leads me to believe that, one, whoever killed Chihiro took her e-handbook and is borrowing it, quote unquote, for some reason. I guess they want to hold on to it because it's better in their person than on someone's, because they would know something, I guess, extra. I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure on how it works, or why they took it and are holding it still. The second thing of importance is that right now, I guess you should suspect, I guess the way Byakuya set it up is you'd suspect Toko going into this court case, because she keeps saying Genocide Jack, and Genocide Jack murders people, and Chihiro was hung up in an odd fashion. Or she was hung up in the fashion that the Genocide Jack would do it in. On top of that, I guess she was beaten, and the bloodlust on the wall. There's all these clues leading towards it being Toko. But at the same time, what we got from Celeste makes me not even think it's Toko at all. If anything, I don't think it's Toko. You could say maybe Byakuya, because he knows everything. He could obviously mimic it, but he didn't have the tools, so he'd do it in the best way he could. Now, I don't think it's him either. On top of that, nobody else hated Chihiro besides Celeste and Byakuya and Toko. I mean, I don't even think Toko gave a fuck, but the whole fact that Chihiro avoided all the girls makes it harder for her to have had any allies among them. But when I'm thinking about all the facts, like right now, as my brain jogs through it all, the copycat style, the near perfect writing of the name, the I don't know, the weird thing was they changed the posters and the floor. So I don't know if the locker rooms swing around or rotate or change overnight, which would be interesting when you think about it. But why? Or how did someone do that in the first place? Besides those simple little facts there, I think it's Celeste. Because of her hint at the end, I think it's Celeste. One, she's the only one that knew she was working out late at night. Everybody knew that she wanted to work out, but she didn't work out with Asahina and Sakura during the day. So it leads me to believe that Chihiro was working out during the night. But the only person that saw her was Celeste. And after the fucking motives, which obviously was a secret she didn't want to reveal because it was impossible, she took the chance when she saw it. She saw an easy opportunity to murder someone. But how she knows there's the Genocide Jack was among them, that she could copycat it, confuses me more. Makes me believe that the accomplice, if she had an accomplice, or two, was the other person who got into the archive and read the files. Now, how did she do that? I don't know. Because, Byakuya was in there the entire time, unless he let her go see them. There's little facts that we don't have. So obviously we're gonna get that in the case. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop dilly-dallying and elaborating, but Anyway, I hope you like this video. Like, comment. I still think that blood trajectory assumed that the person was left-handed, swinging up into her brain, so the blood splatter would hit the poster on the wall. But besides that, guys, I hope you're having a good week. Hope you keep having a good week. And it's your boy Tofuru signing out.